Hello. Welcome to Gingersnap, a conversation and a cookie with a creative Mainer. And this is episode 20.
Great to be here, Lisa. Whoops, I did that too quick.
22.
Great to be here.
I'm here with my good friend and award-winning animator, Tom Babbitt. He's from Brunswick, and he's going to tell you about his new animation, which just won an award, which is beautiful, and you should check it out. Tell him
Well, the
about it.
animation is called The Something, and it's from a children's book from my mother, who's an author. She wrote Tuck Everlasting, which a lot of people have read, and soon to be a Broadway musical, which is going to be fun.
Very exciting.
But so this is one of my favorite books. It's about a little monster boy who is afraid of the dark. He's afraid of what will come through the window. And he goes through various things. But anyway, he ends up meeting the monster, who actually turns out to be this little blonde girl, which is a great twist.
It is.
You know, the monster's afraid of the girl, so that's nice. And I submitted it to this magazine called AIAP, which is American Illustrator, American Photography. And it was accepted. And so I got to go to New York and go to this fancy party and meet some fancy people. And now they've probably forgotten who I am, but
Tom,
I have them on. They're
tall
on
guy from Maine.
LinkedIn. Now I'm on LinkedIn.
Ooh!
That's really, basically that means I'm a success.
Your life has changed
Yeah.
now that you're on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very exciting. Well, yeah, tell them your website again, where they can watch
Babbitt
it.
Visuals.
Babbitt Visuals.
So Babbitt, 2 T's, visuals.com.
Yeah, go there and watch The Something.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. So, you first came to Maine when?
About 20 years ago, I followed a woman up here. I don't remember her name, but I was living in Boston at the time, and I was kind of trying to get out of the city.
Absolutely.
And I was sitting at a traffic light thinking to myself, I'm probably going to die looking at this shoe store. Because I realized that most cities, really, all what they are is just a bunch of stores.
Mostly shoes.
Yeah, well, mostly shoes.
A lot of shoes in the city.
And pizza. Shoes and pizza. And
and rotaries, if you're from Boston.
And so this was my opportunity to get out of the city. And you know what I loved the most was the lack of billboards.
Yeah, that is very unique.
I'm serious. I mean, that was just...
That is very unique to Maine.
Yeah. And so now I've fallen in love with someone from Boston again, and I'm probably going to move out of here.
Crazy.
So you know how things work.
So, Tom, do you know your first word? And if you don't know it, what do you think it could have been, might have been?
I don't know. Cookies, maybe. I don't know.
You can't say that. That's my first word.
Is it your first word?
Yes, I looked in my baby book and it was cookies. So comes the time on Gingersnap when we eat a cookie. Look at these massive cookies. These are chocolate Heath Bar Crunch cookies. Yeah, so we eat a bite on the show.
We eat a bite on the show?
We do. Oh! Wow. It smells like him. These were recommended by Katie Jo and Shane. Are you guys watching? Well, you're not yet because it hasn't been.
Shout out.
That was a shout out. I got these at When Pigs Fly in Freeport. You can taste a little bit of the salt.
Great place.
Very good bread. My favorite, recent new favorite bread. And I didn't know they had cookies, and I went in there today, and hallelujah. Who knew?
Who knew that a baker would make cookies? I never heard of that.
I thought they were sort of like bread purists. I didn't know they made cookies. All right. So, was there a car from your childhood that you loved, and if you could get back, you would? Yeah,
my first car. Well, is 16 childhood?
Well, you can from your past in general.
Yeah, I mean when I turned 16, I got my license. My parents actually got this used Mercury Capri, which was really cool.
What is that shaped like? I can't picture.
It's like a little sports car.
Oh.
It's like a little 2-door sports car thing. But it was like a Ford, but it had kind of like I don't know. Anyway, it was the coolest, and I had an 8-track in it, and it was just the feeling of freedom of just like having the license and just taking off was. What
was the 8-track that was in that car the most? Do you think?
The Band.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Yeah. And Grateful Dead.
Mm-hmm. We'll revisit music in a second.
Good.
Is there a book you find yourself recommending a lot as an adult? Oh, I just got some of the Heath Bar. Oh.
Wow.
Like Halloween.
This makes
all over
life
again.
worth living. Well, Drama of the Gifted Child by Alice Miller. I mean, it's not
that's
like...
weighty.
It's a weighty tome.
Wow. Say more about that. Well,
I'm a psychotherapist also, among other things. And it's Alice Miller is an amazing writer and very radical, although she shouldn't really be radical because she's very much an advocate for child's rights, basically. She writes from a child's point of view and really seems to be one among very few who really gets what it might feel like to be that small and that vulnerable and the kind of things that happen to children and how really ultimately we don't actually respect kids very well. So anyway, it's an amazing book, and she's written a bunch more. She's passed away recently, but she's taken a lot of flack from the powers that be.
That's a good
great book.
That's a good recommendation. Uh-oh, the top of your head has disappeared, Tom.
I know, it's okay.
So, okay, going back to music. So I'm going to ask it this way. You can answer it however you want to
Great.
answer it. I often ask, is there an album or a song that is sort of like a leitmotif or a touchstone that you come back to again and again? And you're like, when you sort of feel off.
Oh boy, that's a hard one. Hard to say. I mean, in my musical life, there have been these very clear moments of like, oh my God, I just turned a corner into another world. First it was like Black Sabbath when I was like 12, like 13, and then Alice Cooper, and I thought that was really amazing. And then when I went to college, I found jazz fusion, so Mahavishnu Orchestra and King Crimson. And I remember going into this kid's room in freshman year, knock on his door, and he's basically naked in this dark room with these candles, and he's got a reel-to-reel, and he puts King Crimson on. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you've ever heard.
Yes, I have.
But it's like extremely cerebral heavy metal. Mm-hmm. And it was like I'd never heard anything like that, and it just blew open a part of my mind, as did Weather Report and those people. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I went to another college and discovered New Wave and Talking Heads and all those people. Mm-hmm. And that was another one of those turning points. Mm-hmm. So, and then much later, it was Emmylou Harris and roots music like that.
Right.
And then it was Radiohead and various people. I'm still trying to, I'm hoping there's more. So I guess I didn't answer your question.
You did. No, that was great. That can go a lot of ways. Yeah. So, Tom, if
that's my name, don't.
I just like to say it a lot. Tom, if a movie was made about your life, what genre would it be, and who would...
Tragedy.
Who?
What's a comma tragedy? Tragicomedy.
Tragicomedy. Yeah. Who would play you?
Bill Murray.
Is that who they would cast as you, or who you'd like to have them cast as you?
I don't know. I think both, maybe, but
I think both
I don't
too.
know.
I think that's a good.
Maybe.
There's someone else that I am thinking of that I can't. I feel like if Sean Connery and Bill Murray had a love child.
Yeah.
Right?
Money Penny.
That would be a good combo. All right, Tom, you've been ginger-snapped.
I have?
How does it feel?
It feels good. I'm tingling a little bit in a place that I probably shouldn't mention, but It's tingly.
Good.
Basically. In a good way. In a wholesome way.
In a wholesome way.
Yeah.
You've been tingly ginger
ever
snap.
since I met you.
So tell everyone again where they can watch The Something and read more about you and see more of your other. Tom's got a lot of stuff for you to look at and watch. The website.
Yeah, the website is Babbitt Visuals. So Babbitt is with Babbitt Visuals. Visuals spelled like a word, visuals.
Just like that.
Just exactly like that.
Just exactly like it.
And I guess we're wrapping it up. Thank you for having me on the show.
You're very welcome.
I really appreciate it.
It's really, really fun. And do yourself a favor and check out Tom's work. And I want to say Happy Thanksgiving because I'm not going to be here I'm going to be here next Thursday, but I'm not going to be I'm not going to be doing this. I'm going to be right here in this corner. Yeah, next Thursday. But there will be no Gingersnap. Enjoy your Thanksgiving time off and spend time with your family and friends and ask them silly questions and then not silly questions and just listen and hang out because people like to tell their story.
They do.
They do.
It's true.
This has been Gingersnap.